He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Hold the pedal, trust the tune-up.
Yeah, he did a good job. He was there, man.
That was a good race.
That was a good race.
I had my hand over the scramble.
105. Doing a good job. Push while you're waiting. Slow it down. Come on. More. No penetration. Keep going. Yep. Oh, back it up a little.
I ain't never been told that.
I didn't know this.
Hey, Josh. This next burnout is just for you. All right, freaks, we've ran one pass. We ran a 542. Dropped the hammer, we were trying to run 545, and we had the drive shaft curve set up to run that. Well, we upped everything except for that. So we hit the curve a lot. I'm a new driver, so I stayed in it, and I could tell it was definitely, it sounded red limity to me. I'm pretty new to this, but anyway, we figured that out. Nick adjusted it, pretty squared away. No more passes. We're right into eliminations on the shootout. 530 is the class we're in. Dave's over there, they're doing the streetcar class. He ran, they ran pretty decent, ran 444 or 445, but they'd had some issues. The heat blink from the turbo was rubbing on the fan in the front, and then the trans fan in the back came loose. He got it all sorted out. The car is in the lanes. We are ready to go, man. I'm fired up, and I promise you, you won't find somebody more grateful to be here than me. Look at that sun, just shining. This is my dream, man, and I tell everybody, don't give me a chance to do what I say I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna prove myself right. So I talk a big game. Let's see if I can back it up. Let's go do the dang thing. All right, guys, here we are at YouTube. Oh my gosh, is that David Deal? I've seen him before. I've seen him on YouTube. This guy's famous. David Deal. How are you doing, sir?
God. Doing great. Hot, sweaty.
How's the car?
Which one?
We'll talk about yours. Well, that don't count because they're both. Let's talk about the orange one.
Oh, my orange one. All right. It's good. First pass went good. Nick had the curves in it still from 6 Summer, so we were riding a curve the whole time.
Hey, ditto.
Hey, yeah, he did that to you too.
20.
Woo! Curves, baby. Take that stuff off. Let it heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go up and make our first move.
What are we doing?
There we go. Make our test
All right,
pass.
qualifying for something. All right, so I'm out here with the crew chief. He might become the driver someday, so we're trying to get him test fitted for the car. What do you think? It's good? Is it cramped?
Pretty cramped.
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot, it's cramped. He can't reach the pedal, so he's not ready yet, but someday he's gonna be the driver.
Oh, I can touch that pedal.
Oh no, he can touch the pedal, folks. Get him out of the car before he blows it up. What are we doing?
Is that everyone?
Is that your name, right, Harley?
This is somebody that I protest Harley and Chris, Tim and Sean, and Carson and Mitch. And I'll be back there to bring you guys on to make sure you're all good. Yeah. Chris.
That's party.
Hey, just remember, he's going to bust out. He might bust out, but he's busting out worse.
Good luck, brother.
Let's go.
Lighten up there. Doing another test in two, I assume. Somebody else had the driver or something? They just figured out that other car isn't going to be part of it.
One of his axles decided to check out on that last run, so fortunately for Harley Town, we're going to get another free pass here. On to round number 2 at 530 index. Piled in the Chevrolet Mustang.
good.
No, out on the track.
He should have stayed in because he had a free pass. He won no matter what.
It had nothing to do with that. It spun.
Oh, did it?
It felt, which is fine, like it was gonna spin.
Hey, you as the driver have the ultimate tag.
Exactly.
And you killed it at 5:34.
Well, I think it would have went at 28, 29 if we stayed in.
What, a 5:34?
Yeah, I think it would have went on 28.
Still, you won a 5:34 though. I mean, that's damn near good enough to win right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Even if it goes to 28, 29, at least you can be out on it.
I wish I could see something.
Here.
Reaction time, 0.34. I'm getting better every time.
So, how do you feel about it?
I feel good. The sad part is, when you're running an 8th mile, you can typically see your time before you're done. So I was excited, but the reality is I pedaled. And everybody's gonna say on a radio, it's either you're gonna wreck or you can push through. I am a very honest person. If that's true, I don't have the seat time to feel comfortable doing so, so I feathered it. I feathered it twice when it got wild, but as soon as I felt it get back in it, we got on it. It was a bye run, so I could have ran it out and see what it did, but I was way more worried about the reaction time, and I went from a 0.7, dropped the hammer. Today I've ran a 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, now he's got a 0.3.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really what I'm mainly concerned about, because that's the priority in index racing. It just is what it is. So,
Yep.
feel good.
Good.
Let's go, baby.
Woo!
Get out of the way, Joe.
Perfect. What lane you want? I don't care either.
You got a lane you want?
It does not matter to me.
Go lane you want. It's a one right lane. What? Right lane.
Like I said, it won't matter to me.
Me either. Honestly.
Here's the thing.
I just let Dave pick.
If you beat this
He's a
guy,
5:30 monster.
here's what I'm gonna tell you. Cut a light, and if you beat him, you have a good chance of winning this. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Everybody has a good chance to win this.
I'm saying. That's what
You're at A. We got a 532. You're acting like I came here to do anything else.
Round 2, here we go.
Let's go, baby. Let's do the dang thing.
Always a player in the 850, 860 index. Spin it up a little bit to the 8, and now I'm going to try the 530.
All right, love. What happened?
Well, I don't know. We could have lost much better.
Hey, that was good. You
You
treat
just,
him.
you just let go of the button.
You're good.
That's all we do.
That was a good race.
I'm like, cross the tune-up, motherfucker. Cross the tune-up.
So that's what we were talking about. With seat time, had I been in that seat and I was out on you, I was chopping it twice.
Right.
How close was it?
But
You guys right there?
it was.
Where
You
were you?
were-
Were you about right here?
I was far
Yeah,
enough.
it was-
I was far enough. I probably should have.
Yeah, you probably should have. But that's a hard. That's not enough time
As the stick
to
shift
make that
forward
call.
does
Because
it.
even if you'd have dumped it, you probably
When
wouldn't
they
have
get
slowed
it
Yeah,
down.
because I'm too far out. By the time I realized where I was, I think I was.
Well, that
it
is-
would have been like a 529 where I would have let
Yeah,
out. 528.
To kill 3 numbers
Yeah, that's a lot.
is a lot.
I would have had to
slow
do
down.
that way,
Yeah, you-
way sooner than I
You
felt
have to make a
comfortable.
decision at the 3:30 if you're lifting or. At the 3:30, I was like,
All right.
do I grab the
He did
scramble?
exactly what he's supposed to do. Hold the pedal, trust the tune-up.
Yeah, he did a good job. He was there, man.
That was a good race.
That was a good race. I was like, oh,
I had my hand over the scramble
0.05.
when he was out on me. Because he was out like a half a car on me. He drove out there and I was like, nope, trust the tune-up,
So,
trust the
hey,
tune-up.
so Harley, that's where things come in. Like when you tree like that, if you already had a good lead on him, and he's back there, you can chop it a couple times and bring yourself back towards him.
So,
And it wouldn't have mattered.
listen,
But you don't have seat time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
You don't have seat time. But if I explain this to you, you'll start to develop and
Right,
learn.
no, yeah.
You know, so it's all learning. So it's educational. You did what you should do.
Not a
with
lot of
trust
times do
tune-up.
I feel good about a loss.
Dude,
But I
you
feel
went a
pretty good.
527 smooth A to B. You haven't been that fast, so you're thinking about driving a car.
Yeah, dude.
You
it's a
just
lot.
surpassed a lot of racers, dude.
I did my job.
28s.
Good job.
Anything
Good
28s,
job.
you start
What do we
making
all
your way
say? We
this
just like
way.
going to the button. Hey, seriously, while everybody's here,
Anything on 28s, you start making your way
thank you
to
for
the
helping.
staging lane.
I just love being here, bro. This is what I do.
This is why we do it.
All right, let's turn it up real fast. Hey, no, hey. Anyways, everybody's pitching in $50 for a loser's bracket and run a loser's bracket. Yeah, we're gonna do.
Ah, there we go.
I don't remember volunteering for that, but I mean, I'll go get $50 and I'll hop in it. I was trying to race Dave heads up, but he won't do it, so scared.
I mean, even if he'd have dumped it, he wouldn't have knocked 3 numbers off it. No way. I mean, I know what it takes to knock 3 numbers off of the other end.
I told him he couldn't have done nothing. I had to have it tightened up. By the
330.
Yeah. Well,
At the 330 to make a potential to slow it down that much. Yeah. You know what happens is you go a little bit and I drive right by it.
and then it's too late.
If I get any momentum on you, I'm going by you.
Yeah. I know. I agree.
Oh,
All I
Harley's
do-
doing
hey,
it.
I said it's my fault. He did everything right. The car left there. The car does what it does. Dude. That car, I'm pretty good.
What was the 60 foot on that, Harley?
I'm going to get outwinged. I don't want to make a decision.
Let the car do the work.
I've done that. I've pedaled it. Lost my double over something. 6, 7 times.
Oh, I get it.
That sucks. Double over.
Here we go.
At least it's close.
Even to be that close to you with 4 passes on the car with a guy that hasn't drove it really,
Right.
pretty good. Not bad.
You ready?
Earlier you did.
I'm ready.
All right. So Tim got us in the main course, I'll call it. So I'm coming back for seconds, and I'm gonna enter the losers bracket and see if I can't be the coolest loser and win. So I'm gonna go spend $700 to try to make 50 because I'm a race car driver. Don't do what I do, kids.
That was accurate. What happened? The shock sensor fell down.
Why am I flash no flash?
There he goes.
Find a way to take it off or something, I guess.
Where's it?
Plug in and take a screw out for it to come off.
Tell me what kind of screwdriver you need. I'll go grab it.
Well, it plugs in up here, first of all. I wish I had a nut. It looks like the nut just fell off.
He gone. What kind of a nut? Do you think there's extra ones over there? Go look.
Arr. Arr.
Problems. So many problems.
Ain't that a bee?
Everything good?
I'm pretty sure that's too big. But if I switch it out, if it fits.
Right.
Oh, that's weird.
What?
It's actually got a nut on it.
What is that thing again?
Shock sensor.
Shock sensor. Alright, so we're gonna go up and run a couple test and tune passes to see if it's more dialed into 530, right?
Yeah, let's do that after the race. I mean, we'll be ready for the next race, Fetch Tag, I'm sure. But yeah, we're doing it after instead of before. But you know what? I'm here to party. Let's make the most of it. I've been having a blast letting this car go. Woo! Letting off the button. That's all I do. Waiting on Chris.
Doing a good job, Chris.
Chris, how you doing? That's the man.
Dude, you're good. That dude was an idiot. So, I didn't want to sit there forever. No, you did the right thing. So, learning.
You already run?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I lined him up. Well, the other guy was freaking didn't want to go in anyway. In those situations, take that first ball and wait for the other guy to go in. If you're another turbo guy,
I made a naive assumption that he
Yeah.
just knew what he was
No.
doing.
yeah, as someone who did the drag and drive stuff,
I was
and
like,
that's out the
I didn't want
window.
to sit there and
Yeah.
roast the
No,
car
you
down.
didn't. No, you still got time slip even though you went back.
5:30 final. We'll
I
take you to the staging lanes, please.
Forward wide.
5:30.
Honestly, I don't know. Nothing was wrong. I don't know.
I got 538 or 100. I tunneled it.
I know. I'm just trying to be honest here. I just got flustered.
132.60 foot.
I just got flustered sitting there.
Very excited.
So, and then when I started going, I'm like, I can't remember if it's during competition or whatever. Isn't there like a time where red light you don't even get a time?
No, well, you're just testing anyway.
That's
You're
why,
testing
yeah.
it. But in those situations, as long as you know it's not a boosted car or whatever, just let him get into the second bulb and then go boost and then go in.
Right on.
He literally just sat there and
I know.
sat
I'm
there.
like, well, I got two options. I completely let out.
Right. And back up and then do it all.
Your uncle's running.
No, you did that. That's fine.
I made a choice. I live and die by my choices, and we learn. Dude, I learned a lot today, so it is what it is.
Are you racing it? No, you got to, right?
I don't know, shoot, boy.
I didn't know if you were yeah, on this car, you want to just pick the train. I always wipe it. Like it didn't, I think it was on the E-cell.
I'm still going.
Just,
Safety first, guys. Safety first.
All right, we're here at US 131. We had a streetcar shootout that they did because SCT canceled. So we came prepared today to run a cruise, race some streetcars. There's a couple fast guys. We had Aaron Johnson, car in the background here. Dude, it's been that's a streetcar against. No drag wing, no nothing. I mean, that car.
He made it to teams now, I think,
He's
right?
he's been bottom 420s. He ain't made a team yet. Okay, he's
real
close. He's close.
He's
Fast
real
cars.
close.
One of the
Real
most
fast
legit street cars around, but unfortunately he broke. We were looking forward to racing him. To the
It'll be a
eighth,
race.
to the eighth, we got it. We're gonna have to put a heater in, but I think to the quarter we had a chance. But long story short, a bunch of guys dropped out. Some went to other classes. Some other guys broke, and it sucks. But we won by default.
Yeah, nobody to race.
Nobody to race. So what we are gonna do, I'm gonna put some heaters in it, take advantage of the good track, decent air, not great, but decent air, and see if we can't get a 20 out of this. That's what I would try to do tonight.
Yeah.
Probably only gonna get 2 passes in.
It's going to be tough. We're on a 29.5 tire right now with a 350 rear gear.
The 177
With a
starting
177 starting gear, so it's kind of lugged down a little bit, and we got quarter mile gearing in this, so it's gonna be hard to go really, really fast at the 8th, but we're gonna give it a swing.
Yeah, if we can get a 1-0 anything. The first pass I'm not looking for. I want to see how everything reacts that I just did. Then I'm gonna turn it back up front, kind of what it was yesterday, like the same tune-up.
Yeah.
With the weight, the intercooler's out, which will put us 107, 108 maybe. If it does that, and our back cap does what it was
Do
doing,
we go like a 289 or something like that to go 330, and
I think we got it.
yeah,
And it'd be cool to leave here. We leave here as a winner of streetcar that we didn't do anything for, but we still won. Spent a lot of money. We get it back. Hey, nice. And I'm gonna still call it a win this year. This is 8 races, 6 wins, and then we don't want to talk about the ones we lost. Actually, we lost to this guy back here once.
yeah, we lost to
And then
him.
6 sick week. We got our butt kicked too. So yeah, them are 2 we lost.
Well, I mean, we were entered in that 530s or 430s race or whatever.
Yeah, it was secondary. We were kind of
Yeah,
just
we were just having fun.
I guess.
I mean, we're still entered in a race, still paid to enter a race though.
Yeah, so I guess we have 9 races and lost 3. Well, we won 6 of them, whatever. Anyways,
Whatever.
come back, check it out. This is going to be, I don't know what day that Harley's going to get the video out. Might be tied in with our testing video from yesterday. I'm not sure. But I guess we'll definitely have some passes on the car that you can check out. Ask us some questions. Ask us about the combo. Anything you want to know about the car, let us know. Remember to like, share, subscribe. All right, here's what's going on, guys. We got our 3 questions for this week. My first question I'm gonna read is from VDubs 2022.
He said, are you self-taught or did you take classes in automotive engineering or electrical? I'll let you start with that one.
So my background actually, originally, I did a lot of welding, structural welding, hanging iron, stuff like that. And then I went into robotics, logistics, and stuff like that. So my background, I had some welding background. I had never done TIG actually until here. All of my stuff was actually all stick and some flux core, some MIG, but mainly all stick. But I did stick, I did stainless, you know, 7018 carbon, stuff like that. So when we did a lot of the robotic stuff, we'd be like in processing plants, like ocean spray, stuff like that. Everything all had to be stainless steel, you know. So as far as the welding side, all self-taught, 100%. As far as cars and working, stuff like that, once again, that's all just been self-taught, fabrication, welding. You know, pretty much one thing I try to do, like when I go home at night, is I try to sit down, whether it be on engine building, welding, fabrication, something like that. I try to pick one or two like videos out there that I can watch that night when I lay down to better educate myself on, you know, frequency balance on AC, stuff like that, you know, different things that I can do to help better myself in what we do. On chassis side of things, you know, different tools that are out there, try to find different things that can help us, you know, the differences in doing things as far as how we're building, how we're attaching points, all that kind of different things. That's what I try to do, is just watch videos and learn.
Yeah, so kind of the same thing. I did go at automotive tech in high school. By the time I went to automotive tech, though, I'd already rebuilt 4 or 5 engines on my own. By the time I was 16, I started my own snowmobile small engine repair when I was about 14 or 13, 14 out of my parents' garage. They loved it. They'll probably watch this, but God bless, my dad's gone, but my mom's still here. She'll probably tell you or comment. As far as electronics, I kind of just did it. I was infatuated with the idea of how it worked with 12-volt side, how to use relays and diodes and resistors and all the cool different things you could do with the right tools. And I kind of self-taught with that. Started doing stereo equipment. I went from stereo equipment when LSs started happening. We started building harnesses for LSs, kind of learned some stuff from there.
Back to the stereo equipment stuff real quick. You used to do like amplifier repair and
Yeah.
building and custom building of amplifiers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you replace MOSFETs,
Power
you know,
supplies, yeah.
capacitors, stuff like that on the board. So you kind of had, you know, some chipset background essentially too.
And
all
that
kind
was
of stuff.
self-taught too, because
Yeah.
what happened is I wanted a job at this place called Auto Dynamics, and the guy that
Oh, it was
owned
Audio Dynamics.
It was Audio Dynamics, and the guy that owned it had about 40 or 50 amps stacked up that were bad. He used to build his own amps. He had his own sound company. It was Hurricane Soundlines. We made amp subs from scratch by hand. So long story short, he had about 40 amps that were broke. He was out of town. My friend worked at the place. I went in. I was bored. I started fixing amps. By the time he got back in town, I had fixed 27 of the 40 using parts from the other ones. And that's how I got my job at Auto Dynamics and Audio Dynamics. It was Mark Crow. And the truth is he had about 4 or 5 guys working for him. And about 6-7 months after I started, we were down to 2 of us because I always try to outwork everybody around me, and I still do, and it's stupid. Don't do it.
I work at a very methodical pimp pace.
He does. I don't know if we call it pimp, because pimps like to get paid. He's no. Anyway, so yeah, I taught myself electronics, engine stuff. I taught that too. My uncle was pretty freaking engine inclined. My uncle Johnny Cash. So I'd watch him. He did some welding. I learned a little bit of welding from him. That kind of covers that. Engine stuff I really didn't get taught by nobody. I had this tore motor apart and started figuring out how to put them back together. I did that with everything. Power wheels, radios, everything I tore apart. My mom and dad hated me. I tore everything apart.
I was the same way as a kid. 4-wheelers tore apart, piecing things together. Make it happen, baby.
Sometimes it
Make
didn't go
happen.
back together is a bad thing.
I got one that didn't go back together. It was a dirt bike.
So I've learned, and the other thing is I will say, I've learned from my brother, like some of the background he had in the robotics and the automation and all that, and some of the iron stuff using. So I learned some stuff from that. And when he came around, he hadn't built an engine yet that I know of. I think the first engine was the boat engine that you put together, right?
Yeah, we did that 3-3 stroker, put the boat.
And I told him, that's funny, because I will always remember, I always tell everybody, for me, the first engine I ever built, when it fired up, man, it was like, it was joy that I'd use my hands to put something together that ran. And I was like, it's almost like having your own kid. I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but it's kind of that, you have that euphoria for it. And maybe it's just gearheads, I don't know. But Dave got that motor fired up and it tacked up and revved up so good. You could see the smile on it. And it started a monster, because after that he was wanting to build an engine for everything. It was like, I don't know. It was building quad engine. Long story short, that's how we got going. I'm getting into the weeds. That's some background on that. Second question. Matthew McCormick, 2417. Is Dave always funny?
Most of the time, unless this guy has me stressed out. So I'd say 80% of the time I'm not funny, and about 20% of the time I am. I usually try to have a pretty, honestly, if anybody that really knows me, I am very monotone.
Dry.
I'm very dry. So I like to have fun. I like to kid around. I like to joke. It's especially like if you guys could see, like we could film around the shop all day and you guys could just watch. Like if we live stream, you guys would die laughing of all the little goofy things that happen.
And OSHA would probably close us down.
Yeah,
so we're not going to do that.
I don't know that OSHA would shut us down for me biting Harley's neck or something like that as I walk by, but you know, that's beside the point. But yeah, I try to, the goofiness, man, is to try to ease the stress sometimes of all this stuff, because this stuff's stressful. You know, it's a passion, it was a hobby, and now it's a job. There's a lot of times that I'm like, man, I wish it was a hobby, a passion again, and not a job, but you know, at the same time, you know, we got to be here for all you guys to make your dreams come true. So it's our job.
All right, last question. What got us into drag racing?
No. This is
Oh, yep. You read it. I'll let you. I read other ones.
Is it Koyi at KOYIE_23 Koyi? I don't want to butcher it too bad, but that's what we're gonna call
Just
it.
spell it out. Yeah.
What got us into drag racing? Ooh. So both of us have always been speed gearheads. We both had rockets, stuff like that. If you really want to get into it, I lost my license for many years due to reckless driving, careless driving, being a fool on the road. You know, I keep it off the road nowadays. I keep it to the track. So we originally built the orange car. It was a black car. Bought it. It was like $800 little Mustang I found, and we dropped an LS in it. You know, and the next thing you know, we put a turbo on it. Next thing you know, it had a cage in it, and we're like, one of our buddies come by, and he was putting a chassis together to go like 7s or something like that. And I'm like, man, who needs to go 7s, man? A 10-second street car is fun. Well, here we are with, you know, a 6-second street car at this given point in time, a few years down the road. And honestly, you know, it's just once you start drag racing, it just, that little step every time to go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, that bug bites you. You know, it's like, all right, you go 10s, it feels real fast. You know, 6 months later, 10s don't feel real fast anymore. I mean, prospectively, I'm getting to a point now where 430s don't feel fast to me anymore. But like, you know, when Nick, who hasn't done a lot of the driving, he was just jump in the car and try to go 430s. He'd be
Pretty
like
intense.
He'd probably come out shaking like a leaf, you know.
Like, I mean, a 120 60 foot or 119 that I went when it did that wheelie, that was like pretty intense.
Yeah, that was no prep too.
Yeah, no prep with 119 60 in a blue car with the wheels up. And don't get me wrong, man. I feel like I'm very reactive. I'm a good driver because of dirt bikes and rockets and stuff I've done. I lost a tire down track and I didn't freak out, panic. But so at the same time, drag racing for me, I drag race bikes for a while. I actually had a TL1000 V twin. I already had a Camaro that I took to strip. All the stuff was slow, by the way. I want to say the V twin, I went 9s, bottom 9s. I guess not slow. It's 300-pound bike. It was an AMA bike, so it was really light, titanium, everything. Made 197 horsepower NA. I mean, it was a pretty stout little bike. Got stole from me, unfortunately. So I raced it. I did the bikes. I did some quad racing a little bit. I built cars and did a little bit of street racing. I didn't ever lose my license. This guy here did too much of it.
You know, I always stopped for the cops. You know, I was always on my bike, and I'd always just stop.
Well, there's times that I may have had. Never mind. So the part of what got me into drag racing, though, is honestly these guys. It was a twin brothers, Kenny and Gordy Smith. Man, they had a C10, a yellow C10 in Battle Creek that was a Grand National V6 in it. It was, I want to say twin turbo. I'm almost positive it was twin turbo. And this thing had no cage in it, big tires on it. And I'm telling you right now, it would do wheelies on the street. And I'd watch them come by my shop and they would spool it up and do a wheelie. Matter of fact, the shop that I'm in right now in Battle Creek, they had a dyno in that shop and it was called Boost Unlimited. One side of my sign still says it. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So then I started putting turbos on everything. I blew up a lot of stuff just throwing turbos on it, not tuning them. I had a Dodge Daytona non-turbo 2.5. I took and welded up a hat, threw a turbo header on it, threw a turbo, didn't know what a wastegator blow-off valve was. I was 16, and dude, it was fast for 30 seconds. It literally split the top of the main, or the lid that I made, but I thought that was it. But what happened is the rings pinched and it broke all the rings in the motor, but it went like, a good 60, 70 feet, dude. It was on it. It never let the tires out. But anyways, drag racing has been in our blood. I think no matter what we have, we pretty much raced it, whether it be dune, like the buggies in the dunes, the dune trucks.
Yeah, we got twin turbo, dune truck, twin turbo, long travel buggy. Got a really nice built 250R.
Duramax even.
The Duramax. Everything we own is fast.
Got horsepower.
Perspectively got horsepower, turbo. So it's just, I don't know. I guess once it's in your blood, or if it's in your blood, it's in your blood. You have that passion for it. That need, that want. It's your drug, we'll call it. It's what does it for us. So
the other thing I don't want to get, because we're going to be closing this out. The one thing I do want to say that I love about the drag racing that I didn't know was part of drag racing is the science. The amount of incremental details that goes into making a car go fast and working, from one click on a shock setting to 1 degree of timing to the camber caster to the ride height. I mean, a 1/4 inch of ride height can change whether your car goes down the track or not.
Wheelies don't really. Wheelies or doesn't wheelie.
1/4 pound of air pressure.
Yep.
Change. So
at the fast, and we're talking, fast cars. Really, when you start getting into 1/4 pounds of air pressure changing things, I mean, it's, your 10-second car probably isn't going to care as much, but when you start getting into a 6-second car, a bottom 4-second car, the incrementals start getting real fidgety. Probably one of the biggest things that I take note of is we were at a point where we could go 110/60 in the orange car. This is my favorite thing ever. 110/60 foots, we could force the car to do it. Like riding wheelie control, make it do it. We come back, we lowered the ride height to 1/2 inch. We made one whole change on the bar. So I think we took the back up one, didn't we?
Yep.
So we narrowed the spread on the axle.
Narrowed the spread, yep.
We narrowed, so we went up 5/8 of an inch on a hole, which narrowed the spread on the axle a little bit. And we went from fighting the car to go 110/60 to it went a 110/60, not even trying to wheelie. We're like, okay, let's turn up a little more. 109/60, like, okay, cool. Turn it up some more. 107/60. Car still ain't trying to wheelie. Like, wow, this is crazy.
We did that.
Tried to turn it up, go 105/60. We're staring at the moon again. So it's going to take another change.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that 107/60 at 131, which is not like every track. We went to 41 in 40-degree weather, which radio prep doesn't really work well.
107/60.
And at 107/60s went down all day on a bad track. So once you get it dialed, it works. And we struggled at the beginning of the year with the same thing. We changed the ride height, we changed the bars around, this, that, and it didn't work. We finally, I feel like we're back to where we were. Like the car goes down. If we spin, it's because we
overpowered.
We purposely are trying something to see where our
like the time you threw all the RPM at it at 131 the other day.
Oh, we ended up to pass that anyways. But we had to change tire pressure.
We had to change tire pressure and change shocks.
But you have to see where you're at. Well, anyways, we like the question and answer thing. If you guys want to leave a question this week, make sure you leave a question for us for the next time.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe if you have not. Always going to be some great content on here. We got some races coming up this weekend. We're going to be in Byron, Illinois. So anybody that's out that way, man, wants to come watch some racing, we'll be up there Friday testing. We'll be up there Saturday racing. We're going to come home Sunday, spend our time with our families. The weekend after that, we'll be out at Roadkill in Pontiac. Anybody out that way?
Cool. That's
one of my favorite races ever, man. To sit down, they shut down Woodward Avenue, throw some bleachers and everything up, man. We drag race down Woodward Avenue. Hey, dude, I get goosebumps thinking about it. It's literally one of the coolest, most surreal experiences you'll probably ever have. Detroit, Motor City, the founder of
drag racing originated.
Where all this stuff originated.
The big three.
We're down there racing on the street, man. It is just a blast.
And we made it to we made it to the finals. Excuse me. We made it to the finals last year.
Well, we win this year.
I'm not.
We ain't going into that.
No.
We ain't going into that.
Stay tuned.
Thank you, guys.